Hello, this is a short video about tea, all right? Two different tea events. So let me show you the one that's happening today. So here's the teapot that I pulled down to use today. It's just about my favorite. Adam bought this for me as a birthday present, I think. Oh, probably 20, 25 years ago. Really, really pretty. I forget what it is. I don't have my glasses on. Hey, Staffordshire. Huh? Very, very pretty. And this is my Darjeeling tea, loose leaf. This little sugar bowl is going to have the white sugar, and this is Villeroy and Bach Manoir. This was my everyday china that I selected when I got married. And this is a little Fostoria sugar bowl that I use for this brown sugar, or you know, that is supposedly healthy, natural. I don't know what kind of sugar it is, turbinado. Anyway. And I think I'll ask my friend who's coming over to look in my little itty bitty china cabinet, very dusty of course, and pick out a teacup and saucer. That's a very pretty one. I love this blue and white. I'm sorry it's so dark in here. Isn't that a sweet little sugar bowl? I've got some other ones back there. There's a yellow one. Oh, I've got more than I thought. My mother gave me this. There's a nice chintz pattern. That one used to have a lid. I think I broke it. This is a very sweet little, is that Beatrix Potter? This is one of my favorites, is this green and white. So we'll see what she picks out, and then I'll pick out one. All right, thanks for joining me on this little tea adventure too. I've wanted to try this tea for several years at least. I heard about it somewhere on the internet, I do believe. And it's made by Yorkshire Tea. I can't find this in any grocery store anywhere near me, so I had to order it online. And it's a little bit expensive, but it's supposed to taste like tea and biscuits. And there's nothing that I like better than dipping my biscuit, or my cookie, as we say over here, into my hot tea. That's just so delicious. So I'm hoping this will taste so exciting. If it does, then we'll be drinking it over Christmas. I'm going to use my trusty little one-person teapot. Took the basket out. Okay, and we'll let it steep. I wish somebody from England or Ireland or Scotland or somewhere over there, or even France, would tell me exactly how long you're supposed to steep tea. A tea professional one time said 2 minutes, but that seems rather short and tasteless. I don't know. I'm very eager to try this tea, and it does look like it's dark enough. So I'm going to go ahead and pour myself my first cup. Oh, what a beautiful color, and it does smell wonderful. Now, I like a little bit of sugar in my tea, not a whole lot. I'm wondering, you know, if it tastes like tea and cookies, then does it even need sugar? Or does the cookie flavor give it a sweetness? I don't know. Does it need cream? Which I also like in my tea. I doctor my tea a lot. I can drink black tea, but not really fond of it. Let's see. Perhaps just a drop or two of half and half. To me, that's when tea starts to look absolutely delectable. This one, it looks like that. Okay, I'm going to take a sip, but I'm going to turn off the camera so you can't hear me slurp. Yeah, that's pretty yummy. I don't know if it tastes like tea and cookies, but it sure does taste yummy. I think I should have used that tea bag for about twice the size pot because it's kind of strong. Although maybe Yorkshire people like their tea strong. I don't know. So that's a thumbs up for Yorkshire Tea biscuit, a malty biscuit brew. If you have a chance to get some, I would recommend it. Hey YouTube friends, I've got a quick recipe for you today. This is an easy cream pumpkin pie. Now I have started, I'm sorry, the background noise is just family here for Christmas. I've started with a 9x13 pan with a graham cracker crust in it. The graham cracker crust is about a pack and a half of graham crackers that I beat to death inside of a Ziploc bag with a rolling pin. A little over a stick of butter, about a third a cup of sugar. Put all that in, melted the butter in a saucepan and added the graham crackers and sugar and just mixed it all up. And then spread it out in the bottom of this 9x13 pan. I will put the recipe in the description below. I got the recipe for the filling from verybestbaking.com, but there's tons of easy cream pumpkin pie. This is not a cheesecake, just pie recipe. And once you get the graham cracker crust done, it's literally all of 5 minutes. So let me show you what it looks like after I get the rest of the ingredients combined. Okay, to continue, I'm going to show you how to put this together. There's a can of pumpkin. Okay, just straight pumpkin, not pumpkin pie spice. I'm going to add to it. You can add pumpkin pie spice as a mix, as a spice, but I don't have that, so I'm going to add cinnamon, ginger, ground allspice, and I'm going to run a little bit of nutmeg in there. Just small amounts of this, because I think that the recipe, let me see, the recipe only calls for a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. And so I just need, you know, a quarter teaspoon of this and a little teeny bit of this, maybe a half a teaspoon of that. Anyway, and then I've also got some evaporated milk here, but the recipe only calls for a cup of it, which is 8 ounces, and this is a 12-ounce can. Now, if you're like me, before you've used part of a can of evaporated milk, stuck the rest of it in the refrigerator, that would be a half cup in this case, and then let it die a slow death in the back of your refrigerator. And I'm tired of doing that, so now what I do is I add this evaporated milk to my container of half and half for our coffee, which we use up at a fast pace. And then I don't waste it, and there's really not a significant enough difference that you can't taste it. I would never, however, use half and half in a recipe like this to replace the evaporated milk, but it can work the other way pretty well. Okay, and then the last thing is a container of Cool Whip. Although the whole container is a bit much, it makes it very fluffy. So I'll save out a little bit. Last time my daughter came in the kitchen and just ate it out of the spoon, which works fine. But you can also save a little bit at the end, and people can put a dollop on top of their dessert. Okay, let me show you after I get this all mixed up. I failed to say you also have to put instant pie filling. Now, and you want vanilla. Now I went to Walmart, obviously, and I found French vanilla the first time I made this recipe. And then this time I could only find the regular vanilla. Don't know that makes a difference. You want about I think it's a 5.1 ounce container. I didn't get that. Instead, I got these smaller ones. So I'm using this whole container and about half of this one. So that should add up to around 5 ounces. Okay, and I'm going to put all that in with my pumpkin. I've already put the spices in there. Okay, I've had my graham cracker crust in the freezer to make it harden. I've incorporated the Cool Whip into the pumpkin mixture really, really well. This would obviously be better with all kinds of natural ingredients. This is a quick recipe with store-bought stuff. I don't usually ever buy Cool Whip, but it is fun to have it this time.